All right, good afternoon, everyone. I want to spend just a couple minutes with you talking to you about one of the tools that we offer here at the Oil Trading Group. This tool is known as the OTG Risk Analyzer, and more affectionately, we call this our Desktop Psychologist. We'll talk a little bit about why we call it the Desktop Psychologist here in just a few moments. I had committed to putting this video out over the weekend, but time got away from me, so I wanted to get this out to you today. Now, we did talk a little bit about this spreadsheet in the room today again, but I did want to put a video out so you could have some reference to it for later use. Now, this particular tool, we offer it as part of our membership package. We also offer it as part of our $47 extended trial in the room as well. And I'm going to tell you why this is a really important tool for you in your trading arsenal. So before I go through it, I'm going to tell you why it's important for us to talk about it here. These are my TraderView stats from the beginning of the year. The green squares represent winning days, and the red squares represent losing days. Okay, so you can see a couple things that jump off the page at you really quickly. Wednesday, Thursday. I have a couple of losers on Friday, but Thursdays, there are 10 of these losing days here, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of them occur on a Thursday. 3 more occur on Wednesday. So 7 out of the 10 or 70% occur on a Wednesday or a Thursday. That's an interesting thing to note as we go through here. There's a number of reasons why I think this occurs, but those are topics best left for later videos. Today, what I really want to do is focus on this last trading week. So if you come back here into February, I had a losing day on Monday. I won Tuesday, Wednesday, lost Thursday, Friday. I had one other spell where I had 3 losing days out of 5, and this was back in early February, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this 5-day period right here, I had 3 losing trading days, and I kind of went through a 3 out of 5 losing trading day slump here as well. So I'm going to talk to you about why the desktop spreadsheet, our Desktop Psychologist, comes into play here, and as we analyze some of our numbers. So we really only have 4 trading days in March. So I'm going to pull this back here, and we're going to just make this the 28th. Okay, so we're just going to look at the trading days for January and February. I'm going to come in here into the detailed section, and you can see here that we have 847 ticks for these first 2 months of the year. Take a look here at my winning trades. I want to show you this. There's 42% of my trades are winning trades, 43%. So 42.7, we'll call that 43 as we round up. 43.4, we'll round that down to 43%. So basically 42.7, 43.4, and 14% of my trades are scratch trades. And this is based on 143 trades. Now, if you come back to the calendar here, there are 40 trading days here. So if you take that 143 and divide it by 40, this gives you about 3.6. We'll call it just about 4 trades per day, give or take. All right, so come back here to the detailed section, and we're going to take these numbers here and input these into the spreadsheet along with what the average winning trade is and the average losing trade. A couple of additional things to point out to you. Our largest gain is 1270. Our largest loss is 480. We hold on to our winning trades for 38 minutes, and our losing trades we hold on to for 10 minutes. So basically, we're holding on to the winning trades 4 times longer than the losing trades. The scratch trades are a little bit higher over this last couple of months, really because the market has been in this fluctuating kind of sideways. You've heard me talk about it, sideways pattern here recently, and so this 19 minutes is a little high for these number of break-even trades, but the reason for that is these trades feel like they're going to go, and then they come back and take me out at break-even. And so there may be a little bit of tweaking that can go on here, but I'm going to show you why I don't do a lot of tweaking once we talk about this spreadsheet. So let me move this out of the way here. Let's set the defaults here, or go over how the defaults are set. $50,000 account, initial risk is 0.39%. How did I come up with that number? Well, my average losing trade here is $194. You see that right here, right? My average losing trade is $194. So if you take 194, you divide it by 50,000, then that is a 0.388, or in this case 0.39% risk, right? So very low risk. The average winning trade, again, is 336.56. So if you take that number and divide it by the 194, that gives you a 1.73% win versus loss. So not quite as high as I would like it to be. Again, when you see these scratch trades as high as they are here for this little period, again, the market's been very choppy. No doubt I've taken a couple off at break even +1 and some things of that nature as well. But these are all the numbers kind of folded in together for the first 2 months of the year. I did not include March numbers in this. There's only 4 days here in the month of March. So here's those numbers again. 43% of my trades are winning at 1.73. 43% of my trades are losing at 1-to-1, and I've got 14% of my trades at break even. I am including commission and slippage at $10 a trade. Okay, and so that's a fair estimate, right? That's a pretty fair estimate at $10 for commission and slippage on every single trade. Not every single trade gets slipped, and commissions, that's about 3 times what you would pay, maybe even almost 4 times what you would pay in average commission. So that includes commission and slippage. Now what this spreadsheet's going to do is it's going to simulate at these distribution levels here, it's going to simulate how your trading will fare based on random distribution on these numbers that we put into it. Now it's going to spit out a total of 100 trades. I have 143 trades so far this month, but this is going to give you a pretty good estimation of what you can expect over the course of 100 trades. So if I'm averaging 4 trades a day and 20 trading days, that's 80 trades a month, right? So this is going to more than cover a month's worth of simulated activity. So what you do with this spreadsheet, you hit reset, we hit start, and then we come down to run all trials here, and we hit the run all trials button. And this basically says that at this simulated rate of winning 48% versus 43% over the course of 100 trades, you're going to profit $5,200. Well, we're at 847 ticks right now, so that's pretty close. It's a little bit higher. Your win ratio is a little bit higher at 48% than the average of 43%. And again, these are randomly distributed numbers through this spreadsheet. Well, let me tell you why, or show you why we call this the desktop psychologist. I am winning there in this scenario, as an example, I am winning less than 50% of my trades, right? So it's not some grandiose number of wins here. It's less than 50% of my trades that are being won. So if you come down here, I want to show you this. This is why you call this the desktop psychologist. So every time you see green, that's a win. Every time you see red, that's a loss. I want you to look at this run right here, okay? So if I'm taking 4 trades a day, from 25 down to 38 here, that's 14 trades, okay? I've only won 3 trades here out of this 14. So 14 trades, right, at an average of, we said 3.5 a day. We'll round it up to 4 trades a day. That's 3.5 days worth of trades in this run right here. Out of that 3.5, you only won 3 trades, right? So if you were to total this whole area right here, let's see if I can, let's see if I could find a place to do this. I'm going to pull this over here, okay? So we're going to, whoops, it's not going to let me run that. So it's not going to let me total these up. But the bottom line is, out of these 14 trades, you only had 3 winners. 3 divided by 14. This is 21% win rate right here, okay? That is, in this time frame, that would probably be 3 days worth of losers, probably 3 days in a row, depending on, well, maybe not. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be a losing day. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be a winning day. And then you break out the rest of these, that would be a losing day. So that would be losing 2 out of 3 days, essentially. Here's why we call it the desktop psychologist. Even with this much losing, 21% win rate, the profit, as you recall, was $5,254. So no need to throw out the system. One of the things that we talked about in the trading room today is if you come and visit me in the trading room and I'm right here, okay? Let's say I'm in this area right here. where it is 53 to, that's 7 winning trades out of 8, you probably think I'm fantastic. If you come back up here and you catch this one run right here, you probably think that I'm not a very good trader, and then you never come back, right? If you saw this right here, come back to overview and we'll go to calendar, and you came in, whoops, we need to run this into March. Well, let's just do it right. Yeah, we'll run it into March, the last few days of March here. Okay, and you came in right here out of these 3 days, and you see me lose 2 out of these 3 days and not look very good doing it, right? You would probably think I'm not a very good trader, but this is why the desktop psychologist is so important, because even through this streak right here of real negative, you know that the system is still going to be profitable because there are going to be these runs here, right? And they're going to be runs like this, where 88, there's 8 trades in a row, 7 of 8 winners right there, right? So that's out of 4 trades a day, that's 2 back-to-back winning days, nice winning days. And so the point of that is this. This is why we call it the desktop psychologist. Yes, last week I had the last 2 days of the week were losing days last week. 3 of the 5 days last week were losing trading days, right? But it's still, we are still okay in the grand scheme of things, because we understand that even at these percentages, right, and you saw me take these percentages straight off of my trader view, that you're still going to be profitable. Let's reset this again, and let's run a new set of trials here. All right, so we're going to run these trials, and it's going to simulate 100 trades. Well, this time we only won 41% of our trades out of 100. So this is lower than our 43, and it says that you could expect to be profitable at 1282 if you hold on to these types of parameters. Well, this is the other cool part of this tool. Oh, by the way, let's just run down through this here. Look at this losing stretch right here. Here's what happens. People that go through this stretch, 20 down to 33, that is 14 trades, and you only had 1 winning trade out of 14. This is where the average trader will take their system and they'll throw it out the window, because they say, well, my system is broken and I need to move on to something else, or I need to add some other filter to it, like a Bollinger Band or a CCI or an Ichimoku Cloud or something like that, that instead of just saying, hey, this is part of trading, I'm only risking 0.39% of my account on every trade, I stop at a certain amount when I'm losing every day. This is part and parcel to trading. If you can do that, then you're going to end up being okay in the long run. So the other advantage to this spreadsheet here is we'll click reset, and let's assume for a minute that I've bumped this up to a 2.5 to 1 risk reward, and I'm winning only 40% of my trades, and I'm going to lose 46% of my trades. All right, so this is a what if scenario. You hit start and you run your trials through it here, and this says your profit is $584, but look at the win ratio here. I said 40%. This win ratio is 31%. That's extremely low, and I'm still profitable after commissions and all of that come into consideration, right? Because my risk reward is so high. So we're going to reset this again. We're going to start and run the trials one more time, see if we can get a little closer to that 40%. Okay, we're at 37%, and with 2 lots at risking 0.39%, you're at $4,800 in profit. Again, if you look down here, you're going to find some real ugly patches of red. If you come into the trading room and this is what you see out of me, 48 to 59, that's 12 trades, right? And I only win 1 out of those 12. I'm losing, so 1 divided by 12. Let's see, that's 83% of my trades I'm losing over the course of maybe 3 days here, right? 12 trades, 3 days, and I lose 81% of my trades. You're going to think I'm a terrible trader and you're never going to come back. And that's the value of this spreadsheet. It's why we call it the desktop psychologist, because if you put your numbers into it, you understand, and if you've got the right risk, this is going to help you withstand the normal ebbs and flows that go on through trading. So anyway, I appreciate you spending some time listening to this. You can pick up this tool, 3 extra days in the trading room, and one of my favorite setups for $47. It's a real value. And again, I give you a training on how to use this. I just gave you some training on how to use this tool. There's a 35-minute video on my favorite setup, plus you get 2 free days in the trade room, plus 3 additional, all for $47. So hopefully you'll take advantage of it. There'll be a link in the email that you get about this. So anyway, as always, I want to say thank you for watching the videos here at the Oil Trading Group. And until next time, I want to wish you good luck and good trading.